Morning, folks. They trying to put me in TikTok jail. So I posted a video, part 2 of the one that you see up there now. I did a part 2 of that. Right after I did it, after I did the first one, I had dinner, and then I came back and did the second one because folks were saying, "Did you see that they are actually implemented the sanctions?" I did a whole video about that. I thought it was pretty good, and they cut it off. And people were watching it and asking me, "Oh, I knew you were going to make another video. I knew you were going to make another video." And they put me in jail for a little bit. I appealed it, and then they said it won't be restored. I appealed it again, and we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. I don't know about TikTok. Now, the reason that I said that it should be restored is because I've seen other people talking about it too. Now, they've restored some of my videos when I've appealed them. So I'm hoping that actual human beings actually look at it and put it back on. There's nothing that I said in it that was contrived or anything. I actually read straight from the news report. And then I did a little commentary on that. Facts. I wasn't making anything up, or this is what's in the news. And then I saw other people. I had to be sure, so I went and looked around, and other people were talking about it also. They're on to me, and that's okay. They've been on to me from the beginning because I'm only spitting facts. Oh, boy. So I've got my mic on today in preparation for Sunday. It's supposed to be cold. I think I talked about that. But I'm going to be ready, even if I'm only out there for a couple minutes, because my goal is to actually see what kind of structures that they're putting in place. That's my goal. Folks have let me know that they're going to be peaceful protests that day. In fact, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they've said. And I'm not down there to do any marching. Now, I will take shots of it, recordings, photos and videos, just for history's sake. But I have no intentions on marching around. My marching days are over. Not that I ever marched before. Well, I did one, Million Man March, same place. Over 1 million brothers, black men. No incidents. I've got an overview photo of it in my back room. There's a video. I did a whole video about it. You can go look back at it. Of course, I don't expect that many people there on Sunday or any of those days. Now, the 20th gets that far. If it gets to the 20th for that guy, yeah, it's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a lot of people there that day. If it happens. I don't think it's going to get there, based on the news that we got yesterday. And I'm not going to talk anything about it because I don't want to risk them shutting this video down, because I can only get so many warnings and then they will kill my account. So I'm gun shy. Let's see what I can say a little bit about that video. What I was saying was that, well, I kind of said it in part 1. Part 1, I said it. Part 2, it was just confirmation. Part 1, folks asked, did I see ERIC Garland's tweets? And I said yes. And then I went on to explain. They asked me, what did I think? And so I said, this is what I think is going to happen. All right. And so part 2 is about, yeah, it happened. They started it. They started the process. And that process has started, only has started. And there's more to come. And then I think in part 2, I was explaining about how it would go down. And I think that's what they got me on, how it would go down on specifically on January, because I don't know that it would happen on January 6th. I was just surmising, theorizing, not conspiring, no conspiracies. Just this is what I thought would be happening. And that was basically it. I'll end it with this. The sanctions I knew the sanctions had to happen simply because of the executive order. And we already knew things were happening with that process. So now the next step is tying in, because that's what it was. That's what they got me on. So when I was reading directly from the news report, right? Directly from the Treasury briefing. And in that briefing, it specifically talked about U.S. facilitators. U.S. facilitators. That means U.S. people. U.S.-based facilitators were the exact words. So that's the tie-in. That's the tie-in to folks from overseas. And that tie-in is what could cause a lot of see, I'm thinking about the video because they took it off. I still have it on my phone here, but they took it off. What I was thinking is going to happen is, I can't say it, see, because they're going to take it off. Just know that because of that one little piece, U.S.-based facilitators, that means a whole bunch to why things can get slowed up and then ultimately stopped, if you follow what I'm saying. If you follow what I'm saying. And so any different outcomes could happen. It could be a whole new process. I'm trying to mute my words. It could be a whole new process, or it could be same process, different person. All right. See you guys in another video. I'm going to make sure that this mic is working so we can get things underway on Sunday.